Students, welcome to part 3 of your chapter Kingdom Plantae. So, in our previous class, we have seen the classification. Then we are trying to study in detail about algae. So, I said you in the beginning itself, this whole chapter is dedicated to the plant kingdom. You are going to study in detail about the plants. So, we started trying to understand about the algae. So let me continue with the economic importance of algae. At least half of the total carbon dioxide fixation on earth is carried out by algae through photosynthesis. So because of the presence of this algae, half of the total carbon dioxide, carbon dioxide is present in our atmosphere in a major quantity. So that major quantity fixation on the earth is going to carried out only through the algae by the process of photosynthesis. Being algae green in color, they go for the process called photosynthesis. So the end product of the photosynthesis is nothing but carbohydrates and the oxygen. So this is very important. Algae are very important for fixation of oxygen into the atmosphere. Being photosynthetic, they increase the level of dissolved oxygen in their immediate environment, wherever they are present. As I said to you, the habitat of the majority of the algae are aquatic medium. Some are found on the terrestrial also, some are on the bark of the plants. So wherever they are present, they increases the level of the oxygen in that environment. They are paramount important as primary producer of energy rich compound which forms the basis of food cycle of all aquatic animals. They are paramount, means they are very supreme important. Not only important, they are very important. As they are the producers, they are going to produce the food because they are going to carry out the photosynthesis and they are going to keep a food cycle for all the aquatic animals present in the water medium. Many species of Porphyra, Laminaria and Sargassum among the 70 species of marine algae used as food. So these Porphyra, Laminaria and Sargassum are the examples of different algae which you are going to see it in my proceeding session. Clearly you will be coming to know Porphyra falls under which algae. Like you are going to study now in detail about subclasses of the algae. So these are the example Porphyra, Laminaria and Sargassum. And not only these, about 70 species of marine algae, the algae which are going to grow in the salt region, salt medium of the plant, salt medium of the algae, they are going to served or they are going to use as a food. Certain marine brown and red alga produce large amount of hydrocolloids, that's nothing but water holding substances. The brown algae and the red algae, my dear students, you will be knowing what is red algae and brown algae in the proceeding session. So they are going to produce large amount of hydrocolloids, that's nothing but water holding substance. Example, algin. Algin is a brown algae and carrageen is a red algae are used commercially. They are going to produce hydrocolloids, that's nothing but water holding substances. Next comes to the next economic importance of algae. Agar, one of the commercial product obtained from Gillidium and Gracilaria. Gillidium and Gracilaria are another examples of algae which are going to produce agar, which is having a very commercial value in the society and are used to grow microbes and in the preparation of ice creams and jellies. See, these agars are used to prepare microorganisms who are important. Commercially, they are important for us. Beneficial microorganism can be grown with the help of agar. That agar can be get it only from our algae called Gillidium and Glaceraria. Not only this is also important for the production or the preparation of ice creams and jellies. We love ice creams and jelly, my dear students. Without agar, the taste will not come. So agar can be used to make ice creams and jellies. Chlorella and spirulina are the unicellular algae. Another examples of algae. They are unicellular, spirulina and chlorella, which are rich in protein and are used as a food supplement. My dear students, this has come many times in your competitive exams. In the competitive exams, the question may arise like chlorella and spirulina are used as a food supplement because it contain, they will give you option carbohydrate, proteins, vitamins or minerals. So the correct answer will be protein. So all the economic importance, whatever I am saying, that are very important. Try to remember each and everything for the point of theory as well as competitive. Now let me proceed with the classes of algae. I hope you have understood the economic importance. Now you are supposed to understand in detail about the classes of algae. So algae are divided into three main classes. That's nothing but Chlorophyceae, Phaeophyceae and Rhodophyceae. As you can see on your screen, algae are divided into Chlorophyceae. That's nothing but green algae, Phaeophyceae, generally known as brown algae. Rhodophyceae are generally known as red algae. Due to the different pigments present on them, algae are classified on the basis of the pigment present in them into three subclasses. That is Chlorophyceae, green algae, Phaeophyceae, brown algae, Rhodophyceae, red algae. So let us begin with the first one, Chlorophyceae or green algae. They are usually green in color due to the dominance of a pigment called chlorophyll A and B. Chlorophyll A and B are present in the Chlorophyceae. These are the dominant pigment. Which one? Chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. They are present in the chloroplast and they give green color to the Chlorophyceae, the members of the Chlorophyceae. The pigment are localized in the different chloroplast. The chloroplasts are of different shape. The chloroplast may be discoid in shape, plate-like, reticulate, cup-shaped, spiral or ribbon shape in different species. So you are going to get different green algae. The examples I will be telling you in the proceeding session. So my dear students, the chloroplast, everybody know what is the chloroplast. Chloroplast is the kitchen of the cell in the plants. The cell contain cell membrane, cell wall and nucleus. Into the cytoplasm you are going to get the chloroplast, mitochondria, Golgi bodies, lysosomes, ribosomes, etc. So in the plants we have got a special organelle in the cell, that is nothing but chloroplast. So chloroplast is said to be the kitchen of the cell and it contains different pigment which will give the green color to the class Chlorophyceae. So the chloroplast will come in different shape, that is discoid shape, plate-like chloroplast, reticulate chloroplast, cup-shaped, spiral, in different examples of Chlorophyceae. most of the member have one or more storage body. So they are going to store their food in the different form. They are said to be pyrenoids located in the chloroplast. So they store some of the bodies, they store the food in the form of pyrenoids. So pyrenoid contain protein beside starch. So the food stored in the chlorophyceae, the members of the chlorophyceae are in the form of proteins and starch. So we call them as pyrenoid. Some algae may store food in the form of oil droplets. Very important, my dear students. You should remember what is the pigment present in them. Then you are supposed to remember the stored food. Then you are going to see the internal structure. So the green algae usually have a rigid cell wall made up of inner layer cellulose and outer layer pectose. So how do green algae reproduce? Green algae reproduce vegetatively by the fragmentation and by the formation of different kinds of spores. So vegetative reproduction is going to carried out by the fragmentation. Body is going to divide into fragments. Each fragment is going to grow into a new green algae, and by the formation of special kind of spores. It may be zoospores, it may be aplanospores, hydrospores, etc. Asexual reproduction is going to carried out by flagellated zoospores. Okay? The sexual reproduction is going to carried out by isogamous, anisogamous and oogamous. As I said you, the gametes which are similar we call it as isogamous. The gametes which are dissimilar we call it as anisogamous, and fusion of male and female gamete we call it as oogamy. So the common examples for green algae or chlorophyceae are Ectocarpus. Sorry students. The examples of the chlorophyceae which I have written on the screen are wrong. So just take down the different one. That are the examples of the chlorophyceae are Chlamydomonas, Volvox, Ulothrix, Spirogyra and Chara. The examples which I have quoted in the screen are wrong. So the examples write down for the chlorophyceae are Chlamydomonas, Volvox, Ulothrix, Spirogyra and Chara. These examples which I have quoted on the screen are for the next one, that is Phaeophyceae. So don't get confused. That is a typing error, my dear students. So please note down the examples for the chlorophyceae are Chlamydomonas, Volvox, Ulothrix and Spirogyra and Chara.